Rogue Warrior. It is the 11th of March, 1986, and we play as U.S. Navy SEAL Richard Marcinko.
Demo dick.
Alright, it really is on the IMDb, look at it. And he's also voiced by Mickey Rourke.
Don't ask me ever if am I drunk?
So, he's hanging out the side of a helicopter, and he hates everyone, and he's grizzled from war. He then says,
Brass running this opposite the dumb desk jockey named Admiral Travis Payton.
some guy who sits at a desk probably organized this mission, and the mission is beyond classified, right? What is beyond classified? It's beyond classified. Not even I know about it.
So it's top secret.
You don't get it. It's way higher than that. So because this is super classified, he's running with a skeleton crew, i.e. he's there with two of his best buddies. Now, they are on their way to North Korea, right? Intel has suggested, although we can't read it because it's too top secret, that there are munitions being built here. It's a munitions factory, which is important because they are producing a new breed of missile. Did they really use the word breed?
Yeah, they said new breed.
A cross between an ICBM and a Dalmatian. Now, Marcinko's orders are to make contact and do some recon on the factory. Now, don't just go in guns blazing, please.
Rock and roll, motherfuckers, rock and roll.
You got it, he says. The trio jump out of the helicopter and they are now in the jungles of North Korea. They march around and they silently kill 4 guards.
Suddenly, one of the guards pulls the pin on the grenade as he died. Marcinko manages to get out of the way, but his men are killed.
Fucking asshole, you little bitch, you suck-ass pig.
He continues on, alone, doesn't look over his shoulder, he just assumes they're dead.
We would be fine with some simple first aid.
I have a mission to do. He calls his operator and informs him my men are dead.
My men are dead.
Listen, Rogue Warrior, you gotta turn back. You
Turn back, I'm not doing it!
No, please listen, no, you can't do this as one man. You're not some sort of rogue warrior.
I am the Rogue Warrior. I will fight my way to the mole's apartment.
Mickey Rourke wanders over to the apartment and he opens the door and says, surprise, what's for dinner? But the mole is already dead. Oh, well, now how are we supposed to get any intel on the munitions factory? But luckily, the dead body left everything on the kitchen counter on a piece of paper. Why didn't the assassin take that as well? Anyway, the piece of paper says that the commies are building missiles right here. What, in North Korea?
Who would have thunk it?
And the factory is by the docks. What a weird thing to say. Okay. Marcinko gets on the line. Hello, operator, please put me through to the Pentagon. He tells them all the stuff he knows. And the people at the Pentagon say, please continue on and find out what they've got in the factory.
Didn't you just tell me to stop like 2 seconds ago?
And also, if necessary, you must destroy the factory. I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Okay, yeah, gotta go. Yeah, that's cool. Now I gotta go too. Yeah, okay. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. Yeah,
Bye. Gotta dash. Bye. So he hangs up the phone because the North Korean soldiers have just burst into the apartment. He jumps off the side of the railing but holds onto it with his hand. Then he takes a grenade from his pocket.
This is payback.
Payback.
What do you mean? We don't have the context. We didn't see the other grenade explosion.
Nope, it's payback.
And he throws it into the apartment. He rappels down the side of the building and he continues on.
Suck my balls, my hairy fucking big balls. Wrap them around your fucking mouth. I'm gonna shove it up your ass.
Okay. And then he says,
Time for a little snoop and poop.
boo. He's going along, he gets to the factory, and he goes, this is a fantastic factory, but it's too large, and the items inside it are also too large, and therefore...
The great leader must have a tiny dick.
Boo. So he begins infiltrating the factory. Look, I have gone inside. And he makes it over to the missiles. Wow, look at the size of this one. It's so smooth.
Makes me feel inadequate about my missile.
But, it doesn't look like there's a full inventory. Some of these missiles have already been shipped out. Jeff, how could you?
Someone came in and they wanted few for a bit of a higher rate, so...
We also sell them on the Facebook Marketplace. Now, there are still a few missiles here though, so Marcinko plants a few bombs onto the missiles, and then he tries to escape the factory. But on his way, ring ring.
It's me, your operator. There is a cargo ship at the docks, and we think that this is where the remaining missiles are, so you should head over there.
Alright, I'll go over there then. He starts heading that way, and the factory blows up once he leaves, and then he says,
Happy fucking birthday, assholes.
Why? Is it someone's birthday? Is the 11th of March special to the North Koreans? Marchenko works his way over to the docks.
Eat dirt, you pussy motherfucker. You puss nuts. Eat dirt, you fucking cocksuckers.
And he gets there, and there are missiles being loaded there. But it turns out that the intel was incorrect, because the missiles are not going by boat at all. They are going by train. So Marchenko must intercept that train before it's too late.
He's not quick enough because the train leaves, but Marchenko manages to hop onto the roof and holds onto it.
Yay.
And then we get to a new level, and Marchenko's been holding onto this roof since North Korea, all the way to the Russian border.
Fucking wind is so cold, it'd freeze the balls off a fucking polar bear.
Jesus, the upper body strength. He's one hell of a man. Anyway, they stop at the Russian border for a routine inspection.
Disrobe to begin mandatory penis inspection.
And Marchenko jumps off the train, and he's suddenly got a new objective. That old one was boring. Place a charge on the bridge, support beams, right, so that the train goes... Meow. He also kills all of the USSR at the station.
Pencil dick.
He plants the bombs, right, and he collapses the bridge, just as he predicted. And then he fights his way out of the area. On his way out, though, he finds another piece of intel, and it says, it's a piece of paper, and it says, super top secret, don't tell anyone. These missiles are not actually North Koreans. They are Soviet Russias. They were just hiding them in North Korea to keep it off America's radar.
Because this is during the Cold War, I guess, so
What?
Russia's the #1 enemy there.
Alright.
We do have to remember this is like a bad game. Most of the games we do have a wiki. This one, the only thing that would come up was Crappy Games wiki, and it just gave a list of why this game is so bad.
So, Marchenko says he's got the destination of the missiles, and he's going after them, damn it. But then his operator says,
No, don't do it, Rogue Warrior. You are too strong. You will make the Cold War too hard for us.
They get wind of you, and the Cold War gets a lot hotter.
I'm feeling the heat already.
this man is gonna kick off a nuclear war for his ego. Alright, whatever. So, the Rogue Warrior doesn't care. I don't care about that. I will continue on.
Fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck him in the ass, you cocksucker, you fucking asshole.
So the Rogue Warrior escapes the area. We then get a mission brief. The latest shipment of missiles was sent to an old palace. Why would you keep them there? Alright. We must infiltrate the old palace and locate the control center and destroy the facility and escape because it's so exciting. We are now at the palace. The Rogue Warrior climbs over the fence in a very roguish way. And he makes his way in there, and he fights his way through there. So he finds a secret bookshelf that leads. What? He goes underground, and he continues to fight and stuff, and then he finds the control center, and then he calls the operator again at the Pentagon, and he says,
I'm pissed that you've gone against my orders, mate. Really upset about this.
Rogue Warrior doesn't take orders. Time for action.
You want to tell me about the working missile defense shield?
I will. My name is Rogue Warrior, and I will tell you that the Soviets have been working on a missile defense shield, and that means that they can shoot American nukes out of the sky before they even hit Russia, and that also gives them first strike capability with no retaliation, and also that means that I will need to use this control panel to reprogram the missiles. Now they will hit the base, destroying the... I don't believe any of this happened. I do not believe this is based on a true story.
I don't think this is a real story, but this is a real man. Like, Richard Marchenko has written books.
So, the Rogue Warrior rushes to the elevator, and he presses all the buttons just to be annoying. But he also catches it further down to the bunker. And the missile hits the palace, right, and destroys it, but he's down low, so he hasn't destroyed himself.
Yeah.
Yay. The Rogue Warrior then emerges from deep in the underground bunker.
When in doubt, pinky out.
He throws his cigar on the ground with contempt, and then he gets on with killing, which is what the Rogue Warrior does best. He finds the missiles, and he plants more... Where is he getting all these explosives?
He just got him in his back pocket. It's GTA logic.
So he plants the explosives, and then he quickly rushes out of the bunker. And then he says...
Send me the bill, cocksuckers.
But I don't think he's sincere about that, because it would be very expensive. Did he say that to himself, or did he call the Pentagon, and then he's like, wait, hold the line. No. Send me the bill. You heard that right? You heard the explosion after I said the line?
Your call could not be connected.
Marchenko is now headed for the hydroelectric dam. Why?
He heads here because this is where a Russian sub is. And this Russian sub is getting the last of the new breed of missiles.
Wait, so how does he know that he has to go to this hydroelectric dam?
I'm not sure. He just seems to know.
But they've only got, like, at most, like, a dozen missiles? 3. So what if I send 4 nukes?
Nukes are too expensive to send 4 of them.
Marchenko gets to the dam and he fights his way to the top, and then he plants explosives on the turbines of the hydroelectric dam, and then he escapes as the dam explodes, just as he did the other 2 places. Then he lands in the water. Now it's time to deal with the guidance system once and for all, he says to himself. He climbs out of the water in what looks like a dock. And he goes around and he kills everyone because he is the rogue warrior. Then he finds missiles waiting to be loaded. And then he plants a bomb on all of them again. And now he just has to find the guidance computer. Now it's time for some more killing. And then he finds the sub. And then the computer is just like an exposed panel on top of the sub. That's useful, thank you.
You know, like how you got like a sub and you got the little bit here, like the periscope or whatever?
Yeah.
Just walks to the top of this periscope, it's like just on this panel right here, he just goes yoink, and then fucks off.
He grabs it and then runs out of the dock, and everything explodes behind him. You are the rogue warrior, he says to himself. Then all of a sudden, a boat of US Marines are pulling up to the docks as the explosion is happening. Ooh, that's very exciting. And Marchenko surfaces next to that boat, and he says,
I am under the water. Please help me.
also, 2 men are dead. And then he passed off the guidance computer. Here you go. You didn't get it wet, did you? I apologize, he says. The Marine says that he lost 2 good men and he's terribly sorry.
And then the rogue warrior said, not as sorry as those motherfuckers. They sail off. The end.
What's wrong with him? I know they were really good friends of yours, and, you know, I mean, the job is the job and the mission is the mission, but, yeah, I know you guys were close. Fuck them! I'm the rogue warrior, man. Rock and roll, Mickey Rourke. Okay, right. Rogue questions. Why did Mickey Rourke agree to do this if his heart won in it?
Paycheck.
Was this before or after The Wrestler? Oh, late 2009. Okay, so they would have asked him to do this after The Wrestler came out. I would be amazed if they took more than a weekend.
I reckon they just attached a lapel mic to him and said, you just go about your normal life and we'll use the line.
I'm gonna stick my hand up your ass and rip your fucking brain out through your asshole.
This game's very confusing. The end credits are like a weird rap remix of all his swearing throughout.
Oh, okay.
It's playing underneath us right now, to be honest.
Fuckers are out for us. Hi-ho, this fucker's gonna blow.
You know, I don't hate it. Donda released today, didn't it?
It did.
I swear to God, if this was one of the tracks, I wouldn't even notice that much. Like, you just put like a few like organ noises. Dun, dun, Jesus is king. Dun, like right over the top. This would fit in perfect.
I'd see motherfuckers. Anybody home? Hey, daddy's here. Come on. Let's... I'm gonna fuck your mother in the ass, and then I'm gonna chop her fucking head off, okay?
Holy shit! Who is he talking to? This is not a rogue warrior. This is like
Fucking
crazy person
asshole,
talking
you
to himself
little
in the
bitch, you
street.
suck.
Hold on a minute. Marchenko.
He looks exactly like the video game.
Oh,
Like, that's him. That's-
wow. Yeah, okay. So if we say bad stuff about him, is he gonna come along and like fuck my mother and fuck my father and...
Wrap his balls around your throat or whatever.
Time comes for us all. The idea that this guy is going into battle, you know what I mean? Being wheeled up to the mission. Is it the liquor store? A different liquor store? The liquor store again?
Is he getting paid to go to them? Because he's wearing a Fubar tequila shirt.
I think he sells a tequila.
Right.
And oh look, he's here with some ladies. Is Richard Marchenko not 6 foot?
I guess Americans genuinely do love him, though.
Hold on.
Wait, when
I
was this
think
released?
I figured out why it's Mickey Rourke. I reckon Richard Marchenko has a funny accent.
I joined in 1958 and went to the Navy.
What the fuck? He sounds totally normal. I reckon he should. Why didn't he do the voice? He would have read those lines. It's like, I'm gonna fuck your mom, gonna fuck your dad. He would have just gone, that's not what I would say at all. You know what it feels like? It feels as though they had a team of only 20 people. Very limited budget, very limited time frame. The scope was just really generic. And then they had one guy in charge whose second language was English. And he would not compromise on anything. This had to be the baddest motherfucker in town, and so he was gonna just have sex with everybody, and his balls were gonna be everywhere. You know what? Okay, you know what this is missing? It's not the vulgarity of the language, although even that does sort of make me just go, ugh.
It honestly just sounds like a child trying to swear.
But then the real problem is, okay, you know what? You're really gonna go for like edgy and all that sort of stuff? Well, then it's time for a shitload of violence. And that's really fun. You know, he runs up to some North Korean guy, cuts open his stomach, puts a grenade in, then kicks him into a submarine.
Take the Mortal Kombat.
Fatality. Demo Dick wins.
Or, you know what? He could have just done the things that he said he was going to do. He could have showed up and fucked someone's mum, had sex with someone's dad.
And respect him more, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, if you say you're gonna do something, you should do something. You know what? A man's only is worth as much as his word.
That poor North Korean's mum was just waiting, like, when's the Rogue Warrior coming around?
Honestly, Ice Age 2 was a much better game than this.
Agreed.
Shit, fuck this goddamn shit, goddamn Jesus fucking Christ, Jesus Christ, goddamn Christ, Marty, motherfuckers, fuck, they